Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mike from Job Ready English. I wanted to take you through how to write better cover letters. And if you want to follow along to anything in that's going to be contained here today, you can go and check out the link for the course below called Writing Better Cover Letters. And we're going to go through a couple of the worksheets and the handouts today to answer some really common questions about cover letters. And if not, you can always download the free cover letter cheat sheet, which you'll find here, which is a simple one pager on how to write great cover letters. So let's get started by just looking at a couple of good successful cover letter examples, what they contain, and start to understand the structure and the parts that need to be contained in a cover letter. So if we start off with Blackstone, which is a famous asset management firm, you'll notice we're going to look at two of these. So, dear sir, madam, I'm currently studying X at Y university and I'd like to apply for Z role. The next paragraph deals with why Blackstone is a great company, and you'll notice we've picked out some very specific examples, not generic ones. Then we talk about what's attracted you to this role, what you would actually do. Then we talk about why you're a good fit for the role, what skills that you have that are relevant to the role, and finally your availability. And then you end off with a yours sincerely, yours faithfully. Same again, this is another one for Boston Consulting Group. I'm currently studying X at Y University, and this is the job that I'd like to do. The other thing in here is why Boston's great, what you do in the role, what skills that you have, and again, your availability and so on and so forth. And in that handout, we've got 7 successful cover letter examples, but you'll notice that there's a similar format, a similar structure that comes out, which looks a little something like this. So we've got 6 parts: opening greeting, who are you and what do you want? Why do you want to work for this company? Why this role? Why you? And finally, your availability. So let's have a look in our quick guide. We're going to go through a little bit of this. So one thing that we've always done at Job Ready English, and I've done throughout the time when I've been helping students or doing coaching, is really to understand the structure, the patterns that occur, and also the steps that you need to go through in order to systematically repeat this process. The most common mistake that I see with cover letters is basically that they're too generic. Someone will think that they can write one cover letter and it will then be suitable for all companies and all roles, when probably your experience is going to be that it's going to be suitable for no companies and for no roles, and you're just going to end up feeling really frustrated because no one's going to be replying to you. So it's definitely worth taking the time to write a really good cover letter. 1 or 2 a week is going to make a big difference and is really going to move the needle for you. If you want to know more and find out more about the course, you can check that out in the description below. So let's start to go through each of these parts. First of all, common question: how do I start? Doesn't really matter. Dear sir, madam is absolutely fine. Doesn't need to be anything complicated. And really what we want to be saying is, what are we doing right now? So if you're at university, what year are you in? What degree are you studying? Where are you studying? What positions are you applying to? And where? If you're working, then how long have you been at that job? What are you doing? And what position are you currently in, and what position do you want to apply to? If you're unemployed, repeat, and so on and so forth. You can chop and change this however you like, and it should bring you up to have something like this: I'm currently the 3rd year of a degree at a university and I want to apply for a role. If you can find the name of the recruiter, great. If not, it really doesn't matter, ultimately, because most cover letters will be read by a computer algorithm looking for specific skills and experiences. It's really not going to make a tremendous amount of difference whether you tailor it or you don't tailor it, in my experience. The next thing you're going to be looking for is, why do you want to work for this company? Now, you're looking for about 2 to 6 key facts. You want to make sure that the paragraph is around 100 words long. Now, these could be financials like revenue, profit, mergers and acquisitions. It could be famous clients. Could be interesting events like corporate social responsibility projects, recent awards, unique language, white papers, history, industry news, whatever it is. If you're wondering where can I find this stuff, the company's website is always great, like their About Us page. Their annual report is always useful. You don't need to read the whole of their annual report. You can just read you know, the CEO or the chairman's statement or the managing director's statement, whatever that may be. If we look at an example here, these are 8 unique facts for HSBC in less than 100 words. It's really not that difficult to do. I'd say you could probably spend 5-10 minutes finding some key facts and just make sure that they're unique. One thing that I would say, when you're writing a cover letter, you're going to write more than one. The more that you practice, the better you're going to get and the faster you're going to be. After a little while, it's really not that difficult to crank out a cover letter in about 20 minutes, half an hour, because some stuff does get repeated. Next up is going to be why this role. Really, you want to answer 4 questions. So, what's the role that you're going to do? What would you do day to day? What skills do you need? And what training did you receive? What's the role and what will you do day to day? You can find that from a job description. Actually, you can answer all 3 of those first questions from my favourite website, which is Prospects. You go to prospects.ac.uk. Most job roles, you'll be able to find what skills that you're going to need, what you need to do day to day, and what the job role is going to be, and also what training you're going to receive. So I really highly recommend that site. If not, go and look at job descriptions on different websites for different companies. Go on Indeed, go on Google Jobs. It's really easy to find that. But this isn't a place where you just sit there and just talk about yourself. Another really common mistake that I find with cover letters is that people spend far too long just talking about themselves and what they can do. They don't tailor their cover letter at all to the job that's required, the company that you're applying to, the specific skills that you're going to need, and they end up having a really generic answer that isn't really that specific for anybody, and therefore doesn't get included when employers are looking to pass someone on through to the interview. Next, what we're going to be looking for is why you. This is the only real place where you get to talk about yourself. You know, have you got any related experience? Have you got any transferable skills or skills that relate to the job? And I always like to add like an interesting fact about yourself. To hear someone saying about they're highly proficient in particular software, whatever it may be, just something that really makes you stand out a little bit. But remember, everything about you should be tailored to the job. It shouldn't just be random facts about yourself. And if you're wondering how do you end or how do you close a cover letter, all you need to say is just 2 simple sentences or 3. You know, thank you for taking the time to consider my application. This is when I'm available to start and I look forward to hearing from you. That's all you need to say. There's no need to include your telephone number or that you're really keen to start the job or that you really need a job. All those things are not actually relevant to the employer and what you're going to be doing. So that's the way to write a really good cover letter, and then you're finished. Always make sure that you edit your cover letter, you know, leave it, take a break, come back to it after 5 minutes with fresh eyes. A good cover letter is always going to make a difference. It's going to make an impact on your application and is really going to help you get through to the next round. Guys, don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can buy this entire course, which has got that quick guide. It's got worksheets that you can work through, which are really very helpful, where we laid out the questions and examples. The 7 examples of successful cover letters, and also a 7 video walkthrough course that will be in the link in the description below. If not, you can download the 1-page cover letter cheat sheet to help you when you write your next cover letter. And good luck. Drop us a comment down in the description below for what you struggle with cover letters, or if you've had any success using this course and the structure, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.